So I wanted to go over a couple things with you guys, some very important key factors to being able to play guitar. The first thing you have to know is you have to play in tune. You got to make sure your guitar is in tune. So a couple things I want to go over with you. Making sure your guitar is in tune, you need a tuner, obviously. So I want to show you a couple ones that I use. This one is called a Korg tuner, and it's upside down. And this one is actually one of the best ones I've ever had. It's the first one I've gotten. I've had it for about 25 years. Oh, it is upside down. There it is. I've had it for about 25 years, but this thing is tried and true. And I've used this thing 1,000 times, and you just replace the battery and it keeps going. So all you do is hit this red button, turn it on, and then once you turn it on, then as you're tuning, it will automatically light up for you. It turns red if you're off, if you're flat or sharp, and then it'll also turn green whenever you are exactly in tune. So it's pretty easy to use. Another thing it shows you in the top corner up here is it's got this little number 440. And 440, you can adjust what is the sound frequency to being able to, that it's the standard sound frequency for your guitars to be in tune. So you want to make sure that you're tuning them to 440. And any app that you would download on your phone, or if you use another tuner that doesn't have that ability, it's automatically going to be set for you to tune to 440. You can tune to a piano. There's other kind of manual tuners, little tuners that you blow into and they make a note. They give you a note that you can tune your guitar to also. So there's different methods, but I would recommend getting a tuner. And before you begin to practice anything, make sure that your guitar is in tune. About tuning your guitar is kind of directed at the 5th fret for the most part. The 5th fret, and then one string goes on the 4th fret. But you can make sure that your guitar is tuned. First of all, starting off, just kind of this top string is a low E, E, A, then going down D, then G, B, E. And you can almost always tell, the more you tune a guitar, the more you play guitar, you'll be able to walk up to any guitar without playing any notes and be able to go. And your ear will become accustomed to those notes, and you'll be able to tell if it's in tune. If it's not in tune, you'll be able to tell definitely when you pick it up to play a chord. So that's a little bit off. So you want to make sure that as you're practicing, it's in tune, because the more you play, you're actually training your ears. So the more you train your ears to a wrong sound, a wrong note, that's going to mess you up in the future. So you want to make sure that before you begin to play, your guitar is in tune, because you are training your ears. Your muscle memory in your mind is learning as your fingers are learning. So you're actually training your ears also how to tune a guitar and everything. So think of tuning the guitar as part of this practice. It's very important to have all of this stuff together in that. So we're going to go ahead and tune my guitar because it's way out of whack. So the first note we're going to have here is the E. So if I were to go ahead and tune this E note, and I can show you here, you can see that my E note is pretty good. And then the next one is going to be the A note. You can see that one's pretty good. And then we're going to go to the D string. Remember, it's E, A, D. That one's pretty much dead on. So E, A, D, G. G is a little flat. And then B. A little look at my B. My B note is really, really off. So we're gonna go ahead and sharpen that guy up. And then lastly, the high E. High E string is off there a little bit too. We're going to sharpen that guy up. Much better. So another thing that I'm going to show you too, one more thing I want to cover over tuning is also that there is a way you can tune just by having your guitar here. You can tune it by starting with your, put your finger on the 6th string of the E string, the low E string, up here on the 5th fret. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your finger on that string, and then hit the next string, the A string, and they should sound pretty close. In fact, you can hear what's called hammering, and it's actually, what hammering is it's two different sound frequencies. Oops. Two different sound frequencies of the same note. And you can hear those two sound frequencies kind of fighting each other. So whenever I play both of those notes, they're going wah, 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 wah. And the closer I adjust that to make them in tune together, you'll hear that hammering start to go away, and they'll start to be in unison together. So it'll go wah, 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 wah. The more you get in tune, then you can see those two sound frequencies will come together, and it sounds much better because then they're in unison together. So you start on this, back to this, you start on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret, top string, there's your A. So top string, 2nd string. Then you go down to the 5th fret of the 2nd string. And that's going to hit your D note for you. So you're going to go D, and then the next string is a D. And those two strings should sound the same. Then you're going to go to the 5th fret of the next string. And that's your G. And just when you think you're going to have a pattern going, you got to go to the 4th fret of the next string for the B. And then back up to the 5th fret. And my E's a little flat on that if I do that. You can hear that hammering go away as soon as I adjusted that just a little bit. And there you go. So now we are in tune. So just again, make sure that your guitar is in tune before you practice anything, because that is the foundation of what you're building on. And if that is kind of rickety, then everything you build on, you're gonna teach your ears to be looking for terrible notes when in fact you should not be. So just remember to make sure that your guitar is in tune. If you guys have any questions, obviously feel free to reach out. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have more to come. Thanks.